I don't know if you can hear all the background noise. There's heavy equipment backing up in that direction over there, and hammering and stuff going on. That is the Tough Mudder event that's about to take place here near Camp Freedom 2. Hear it? That, that's construction. Probably the obstacle course still being built. So hopefully they don't come here. But anyhow, I've got my rocket stove here going, and I'm getting ready to try to cook my first meal on it. What we're going to do is try to have breakfast here. We're going to have sausage and eggs, and I may cook rice using the rice cooker. Debating. Maybe I'll just have sausage and eggs and toast or something for breakfast, just to cook a whole meal out of the rocket stove here. I mean, that was the whole intent, was to have a stove here. You can see it's got embers now. I might add a little bit more fuel, but what we're going to do is we're going to take our little, I'll be leaving this at the camp so people can use it, and put it right over that. So now we have a little grill on top of it, and then we're going to be putting our pan here, or our pot. Notice it has no handles and stuff that can burn, so I'm putting it right over here to heat up. And of course a little bit of stuff's getting in it. I'll get rid of all those we don't want that blowing in our food. I don't know if you can see me blowing here, but I'm gonna get rid of all the ashes. Because I had paper in there before. Alright, I'm gonna set that there and let that heat up. Meanwhile, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a little bit more fuel and just little tiny pieces of stick, and I'm gonna stick it in there so that the heat can come back up. Then I'm gonna add some cooking oil, and first cook up the sausages. Then I'm going to cook up the eggs. At least that's the plan here. So we'll see what happens. Matter of fact, you know, seeing the embers flying around, I think I might put the lid on that pot just to keep ashes and stuff from falling all over our food. So we'll do that. What you're looking at right now are short little pieces of sticks that I've broken. Like all rotted wood, pretty much. I've broken them down to about 6 or 7 inches, and I'm planning on sticking it into that slot right there on the side so we can feed the fire. So we're gonna just put these guys in there, and I'm using little ones and big ones because the little ones are what will actually catch on fire, and I might stick, see how they're starting to catch on fire there, and the big ones will provide the continual heat. Okay. And this will allow us to heat up our little pot here. Hopefully long enough to cook our food. So I'm gonna continue sticking some in there. Put another big one in there for more fuel. And another chunk. Make sure you don't burn yourself when you do this. And we have a little fire. We don't want a huge blazing fire. We just want something nice and small and controlled. This might be a little too big, so what I'm going to do is break it down some more. You can see that's how I break it. I just use my old foot power. Alright, so I've broken these smaller. You want them about 5 or 6 inches, so they'll easily fit in there. Okay, so we have plenty of fuel in there now. And I have some more here. I'm simply just getting wood from around the camp. There's all sorts of wood around here, so be careful that you don't let the fire get out there, you know, like a little spark or something, because you could set the whole compound on fire. And that's why we have it out here far away from everything. You can see how far away I put the stove. And then I have water in that container to put it out if I need to. So you can see our flames coming up here, and ooh, that pot's already hot. So I'm going to start the food on it and let it cook, and we'll see what happens. Alright, the first thing I put in was a little bit of oil. You can see we have some cooking oil in there. Now I'm gonna set this aside over here. Now I'm going to add our banquet brown and serve sausages here. Let's get this thing to come out. I had some yesterday, so these are what's left over today. 2, 4, 5 of them. I'm just gonna put that in there and let it dry. Matter of fact, this paper can be burned as kindling, which I might do that. I think we're just gonna stick it in there and let it burn. No need to make trash when we can burn the trash. Right? And I'm gonna add a little bit more kindling there. So I gotta put the lid on it because all right, I'm gonna put the lid back on it. I can see that the stove's a little bit lopsided, so when it cools down, I'm gonna hammer down the other side, the front side a little bit to make it so it is more even. You got a flat cooking surface. I'm gonna let that heat up a little bit, then I'm gonna stir up the food there. And then when it's cooked, we'll take it out and we'll put it on our eggs and then cook that up. So that's the plan. It's important to kind of monitor the fire here because it can burn out. So you can see the food is the oil's bubbling there, so it's cooking. And while I was letting that cook, I've been getting the vehicle ready here. Got my bike dismounted. I'm planning on going on a bike ride throughout the compound here without GPS for the first time. I just hope that those Tough Mudder guys with the trucks don't slam into me at full speed. It's dangerous. At least I think I can hear them coming. I'm going to use this, what's this called, a spatula? I don't know what this is called. Somebody tell me what this is called. I'm going to use that to stir up my food here, but, modification. When I went by my ex-girlfriend's place, I was able to pick up my boogie board. It's broken, but I think still usable. And I tried to put it into the slot where I had my son's boogie board, but it's like an inch too big. So I had to figure out where to mount it, and I thought of mounting it inside, on the ceiling here of the vehicle. And I was like, well, that'll take more room, and when it's dirty, I'm not sure I want to put it up there and have it drip water and stuff on me and sand. So I came up with this mounting spot here right under the latch. I basically screwed in some eyelet thingies, one on that side, one on this side, and did the same here. I took the old hole from the shower system and added some new ones. So basically that will allow it to hold it up, and it's pretty much stays on there until I take it down to go boogie boarding. So when I hit the beach and I want to go boogie boarding, I got my boogie board with me now. So that's a modification that took place last night. And I may be doing a couple more here as I set the vehicle for a single person living full time. But anyhow, our fire is running low here. So I'm going to add some more fuel. And matter of fact, sorry about my finger there. We may need to get more fuel made. So I'm going to put that in there. And toss in another log here, little log. Throwing these little scrap wood, since they burn really well. And we might need some more twigs or something in there. Oh, more logs. So I'm going to stir up the food and go make some more logs. Basically find some more dead wood to use. So see all the ashes flying up? I guess that's one of the side effects of cooking with a system here, with ashes. And it's because I had paper that I burned in there before. And paper makes a lot of ash. But even wood does too. So I'm going to open that up and stir it up. Can't do it with holding the camera here, so I'm going to have to stop the camera and set it down. Doesn't that look good? So I got my sausages here. They're getting cooked here in this oil. I got a little bit of olive oil is what I'm using. And I'm going to let it cook on this side. Then I'm going to take it out and add the eggs. We're going to have sausage and eggs and I might try to make toast. We'll see what happens. I might skip the rice today, just cook purely off fire. Matter of fact, I think this is the first time in 3 months since I've been out that I'm actually cooking with fire. The whole time here, it's been about 3 months now, I've been cooking off the inverter system. So today is my first day of using fire to cook. So I'm gonna get our lid and put it back on it because we don't want any of the, any ashes or anything coming up. So cooking with the rocket stove out here, the mailbox rocket stove, is no longer a theory. We are doing it and it works. So this will be here for you to use at the camp if you decide to use it to cook. I am going to try to hammer this side down a little bit to make it more even because it's slightly lopsided. So, your stuff wants to slide off that way. So we're going to try to fix that here. And try to have a really good breakfast here, cooked totally off-grid using the rocket stove. You can see our sausages are still cooking here. Fire had died down a little bit, so I had to add some more fuel. So you can see there's a lot of flames coming up now. Fire was running low. Looks like we need to let the side brown a little bit more. We're just going to let it brown. I'll let that brown up totally, and then we're going to go ahead and add our eggs. As you can see, I have my sausages cooked. Actually, a little bit burnt. And I currently have eggs out here on the rocket stove cooking up. I have it sunny side up. I'll cook it a little bit so it's somewhat cooked. I don't think I need to add any more fuel because it's still cooking, and as you can see, it got a little hot for the sausages. So I'm gonna let that cook up, and then I'm gonna try to make some toast, I think, and then we'll have sausage, egg, and toast. Matter of fact, while we're waiting, I'm probably gonna eat one of these or a couple of these. So that's what the plan is. This sausage is good. Fire cooked sausage. First one I've had since I've been on the road. Good. Really, really hits the spot. The sun is pretty much fully up now. You see it there over the camp. Looks like my eggs are almost done. So this will be coming off there soon. It's delicious. Well, looks like my eggs are about done, huh? What do you think? I'm gonna take the eggs out and try to take that pot off the thing without burning ourselves. I'll use my mitts over here. Luckily, I brought some mitts. We'll use these mitts to remove that pot and set it down on the ground there. And then we're going to try to see if we can't make toast. Okay, we've removed our eggs from the stove. And you see I have my little drink here too. This is punch. And I currently have some bread up here to make toast. Keep the fire low. We don't want it too high. We don't want it burning up, and we certainly don't want the ashes and stuff flying up and hitting our toast. My pot is currently over here, cooling down. You can see there's oil in it. And how I plan on cleaning this up is I'm just going to get paper towels and put it in there and soap up the oil. Then I'm just going to burn the paper towels in our rocket stove. So that's how we'll clean that up. And then, we'll wash it after we get all the oil out. I don't want to dump cooking oil out here, but we can burn it. So we're just going to let our bread here heat up. Let's see. Okay, it's only been here. It's starting to stiffen up. So I'm flipping it over here. This is cheap Walmart bread. It's like, I think it was like 88 cents or $1 a loaf or something. Really cheap. Okay, so you just put that on there. Don't put it on very long because you can see one side's already kind of brownish, depending on where the heat is. So we're going to take our toast and we're gonna make, remember, I don't know if we remember the McVan or the McNoy sandwiches we made previously. We're gonna do something like that, except minus the bacon, because we don't have bacon today. So we're just gonna take our eggs. I'm gonna cut them in right here in the center in half and make 2 sandwiches and put some ketchup on it, and have a nice breakfast, clean up, then try to go for a bike ride. Should be interesting. Just hope I don't get lost out there and can make it back. I'm more worried about getting hit by the Tough Mudder guys whizzing through with their trucks than I am getting lost. So I'll try to stay on open pathways, or maybe take the roads that are really blocked up, because the trucks probably won't go through those little side roads that are blocked up with trees. So that's the plan for today. A little bit of trivia. Does anyone recognize what that is? No, it's not 3. Well, it is 3 pieces of bread being toasted. But that's the flux capacitor from Back to the Future. Sort of. As you can see, one of the McNoys is pretty much done. I've added some ketchup here to our egg. And we're just going to put this piece of toast on there. We have a nice egg breakfast sandwich. I put in I cleaned up the pot here using a paper towel and stuck it in there, and the flame shot up really high. I had to move the bread so it didn't all like burn, but you can see I added a little bit more fuel too to try to make the toast. It's taking forever to toast this, so I may just let it, go like that. I mean, it's crispy right now, it's just not brown. So we'll probably make the other sandwich, or actually we'll eat the other sandwich while we're letting this finish up. But I'm going to go ahead and stop filming here and start cleaning up so I can get ready for my bike ride. So, until next time, everybody, bon appetit.